You're exposed to myriad carcinogens and other exposures all the time on the job, whether it's diesel exhaust at the station every day, or whether it's on a medical call or on a structure fire, wildland fire. There's a lot of exposures you have all the time.
It's important to have this tool in your toolbox for your family's sake, just in case the unthinkable happens.
It's just like your PPE on your breathing apparatus. This is your PPE for your workers' comp benefits and your medical care. There's literally thousands of chemicals out there. Many of those are known carcinogens. Most any content of a structure fire has some element of carcinogenicity in it because of the way the chemicals are put together.
The primary goal of the personal exposure recording system is to allow you to have a private bank, a repository of what your exposures are. Not what your employer thinks your exposures are, but actually what you believe you were exposed to on the job.
The individual personal exposure reporting record is kept on our secure servers. You control the content, you control the distribution of the information, you control everything about your individual records.
Every time you come back from an incident where you may have suffered an exposure, and you don't have to be 100% sure what that exposure was, you just get on the website and it basically guides you through the system.
Getting online and filling it out can take you less than a minute to put it in. Once you get the rig put back in service, start filling out your paperwork. Oh, got to fill out my personal exposure reporting deal on the website, and you can be done before you end up in the shower.
We bought into the Per Online personal exposure reporting system early on because we knew the importance of being able to have an information collection point.
And looking back, one of the things that was extremely helpful to us was being able to go through my personal records and pull out my exposure reporting forms that I had for the fires that and incidents that I was on.
We had one of our fire captains, Fire Captain Greg Otto, about 5 years ago, get diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Being able to go back and get the reports from Greg's case made a huge difference. It made a huge difference for his family then, and it continues to make a huge difference for his family now.
My friend, Scott Carnevale, was the perfect example of a healthy California firefighter. The day that he called me to tell me that he was sick, the first thing that went through my mind was how ironic that was.
I served as the union president for many years, and Scott was the person who came to me and wanted us to initiate our participation in the CPF personal exposure reporting system.
It went as far as Scott going around to the firehouses to talk to people individually. It went to almost a monthly update at our union meetings. And it wasn't long before we had 100% of our membership participating.
PER isn't only for your own personal protection, but for your family as well.
God forbid something happens to you, you want those presumptive laws to work for you and support your family. So if you don't write it down, it didn't happen, and you're really denying your family the benefits that you've worked so hard for.
You need to get signed up for the PER. It is your safe deposit box. You need to start recording your exposures because you don't know what's going to happen to you 10, 15, 20, 30 years down the road.
I think if Scott were here doing the interview instead of myself, he would say, like he said at many of our union meetings, come on guys, this is what protects you and your family. Just take the time and do it.